Hi everyone, I'm Ep.89, and welcome to what will more than likely be the finale video for Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. So Her Majesty's illness was some kind of lie? Devious though it may be, I'm just thankful to hear she's alright. I was quite worried about her. Princess was so very, very pretty. When I saw her, I was all, aww. She is extremely pretty. Maybe I'll head into town. That'll be pretty wild right now. And a whole bunch of people visiting. Please move along. Dawdling is seen as suspicious and will be questioned. Oh, is that a fact, huh? There's the hotel. Take a tour, no? A lot of energy. I wonder if we can meet anybody. Anybody in the Bracer Guild? Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua. We don't have any new assignments today. You two may feel free to go out and enjoy your date. Date? Who's on a date? We are so not dating yet. Yet? At all. I mean at all. The Royal Army will be out in force during the festivities, but the other bracers should be around as well. Check the bars, shops, and inns. You're sure to find them. Oh, thanks. I'll be sure to do that. And one more time, the Junior Bracer emblem. Emblem verifying Bracer status awarded by the Guild. Has the official Bracer Guild symbol on its surface. And there it is. Our full-fledged bracers. Oh, it still says Junior Bracer First Class. Oh, come on. Qualified as bracers. I was hoping it would say Senior Bracer G rank or something like that. That would have been really cool. Oh, well. And that's that. Oh, and not to dampen the mood of this joyous festival, but I have further news. Specifically, I've learned a few things about the Jester division of the Jaegers. Oh, that! That's the unit 2nd Lieutenant Lawrence belonged to before joining the Intelligence Division, correct? Indeed. They were a small team that primarily operated from a small autonomous state on the outskirts of Ebonia. They were quite skilled, as they'd have to be to call themselves Jaegers. But about 6 months ago, the entire division vanished. The entire division? You mean everyone? Were they like wiped out in some border skirmish? No, there were no records of them being in battle at the time. In total, over 100 people disappeared, and not a soul knows what happened to them. Yowza, that's creepy! That timetable overlaps with Lawrence joining the Intelligence Division. Are the two events related? We're investigating that. We might find out more from the Royal Army, actually. And there's one more thing. Sounds like the plans for a member of the Imperial family to attend the birthday celebration were cancelled. The only Ebonian representative at the ceremony will be a simple ambassador, much like in previous years. Okay. Weren't they supposed to be a marriage candidate for Chloe or something? Yeah, an arranged marriage to help cement Duke Dunnan's ascendancy. The Queen herself put a stop to the marriage talks from what I've heard. I suppose that's why the royal family cancelled their visit altogether. Huh. Fair enough. Let's check around town. Sunnybell Inn. Hey guys. Hey you two. Zane! So what's your next move? Yeah, seriously. Back to the Republic? I'm in no rush. There doesn't seem to be any crisis in the Republic so bad that I absolutely have to be there for it. Besides, this country is full of fine opponents from your Bracer Guild. As long as I'm here, it would be a waste to leave without testing my mettle a bit more. Fine opponents? Who'd you have in mind? For starters, you've got a gate, the so-called Heavy Blade. Not to mention your silver streak, Sherazard. And who could forget? The champions of this year's martial arts competition. Perhaps the strongest of them all.
Aw, Zane, that's so sweet. But don't think it means I'll go any easier on you. And don't you hold back on us. It's on, man!
She doesn't speak for both of us.
Feel free to hold back if you'd like. In fact, I might even prefer it.
Oh, funny. Yep, all lies. Still the mixed cocktails and refreshing pie. Hey, Kurt. You did a remarkable job. Based on your performance, I'd say you two are already fine, full-fledged bracers. Thanks, Kurt. Never forget, these are only the first steps in your career.
Thank you, sir.
So, Kurt, you feeling any better? I'm fine, just fine. I remember just about everything except the identity of the bastard who erased my memories. It's the only missing piece. Welcome back, brave heroes.
Grant?
You guys were amazing. Better than any other junior bracers I've met, that's for damn sure.
Yay, us! We couldn't have done it without everyone's help, though. I mean, my dad ended up saving my butt in there, so I'm not exactly solo heroine material.
Not yet.
But you're getting there.
You guys are something else. Guess this makes us partners. Here's to us. Agreed. Ah, well played. Hi. Battle staff. Nothing new. Said check out the shops that were there only, so festival only shops. So I was just curious. Had time to make some sales. Aren't getting out because the airships were all grounded. Did everything I could. This has been quite the journey, I have to say. You think back to all the people we've met, all the people that were there at the end, and just how much Estelle and Joshua have grown throughout this experience has been phenomenal. Hey, Professor! Ah, dear me. I'm much too old to be living on the lam.
Were you okay being left on your own with the gate?
Absolutely fine. He was very courteous and mindful of my needs. He even made sure to plan out our daily routes as to not wear me down so much. I haven't any complaints about the gate at all.
Oh.
He's no Cassius, of course, but I'm still grateful to him.
Estelle, Joshua! Wow, Tita, you look happy. Grandpa promised me we could have ice cream.
Of course, the kid gets ice cream and the kid is happy. Good. She deserves to be happy.
Ah, ice cream. Ice cream is good. You bet it is. I asked the gate to come too, but he said he didn't want to. A gate eating ice cream? I'd pay good money to see that. I bet he'd liked it if he tried it, though.
Aww. Did I ever have chef's curry? You ate chef's curry. I guess so. Just never made it. Vegetable sandwich and the rich espresso. Where else could I go? First Lieutenant Schwartz, I was hoping to find you here.
Estelle, Joshua, how goes it? Hey, Julia, fancy meeting you here.
I'm glad that you're back in the position that you're supposed to be. And it's nice to know the head of the Royal Guardsmen, plus the princess, and the queen.
The Archbishop was very kind to me when I took asylum here. I wanted to thank him, keep him up to date on the current situation as well. Okay, that makes sense. And I wanted to thank the both of you, too. You're the reason we were able to save Her Majesty and the princess. If you hadn't been there, well, at any rate, you have our sincerest gratitude.
It's nice to have somebody like that.
Don't thank us. It was a group effort. Give a little, get a little, you know? Besides, we wanted to rescue Her Majesty just as much as you did. So it's a win-win. Her Majesty's safe, everybody's happy. I suppose that's true. But thank you, nonetheless.
If things get bad, we could always call on Schwartz for help sometime in the future. It's nice to know people. And man, the people that Estelle and Joshua know now. Let's see, the inn. We can check out the inn. And then I think we'll have checked out the place. Oh! Where is... one other place I wanted to check out. The Liberal News Service. Trade stage coup d'etat. Yay, it's Estelle and Joshua. You know, Noel was telling me something interesting. He said the story's going to win us the Pulitzer Prize.
The what now? Don't you mean the
Shh! You want to get sued? The Pulitzer is an annual award presented to the very best examples of journalism, literature, and music. Well played, game. Well played. There's no higher honor for any reporter. Yeah, seriously, Null should win the Pulitzer Prize for this.
Oh, well, good for you then, I guess.
Actually, all thanks to you two. You're my whole story. Neat. Where is the guy? There he is. Joshua, Estelle, great job. Our special coup edition has been flying off the stands. There's a ton of buzz right now about your little stunt. Sorry I couldn't get you guys some fame from it. The guild made me withhold your names. Aww. Fair enough. Biggest scoop of my career, you guys. You did real good. Hey, we could always call Null up for something now. He owes us big time. Colonel has generated a lot of buzz. Already outsold our Mayor Dalmore and Colonel Richard editions combined. Twice over. We're totally swimming in mail. Nice. Good for them. You owe us, Null. One last stop, we'll check the inn, and then I bet we'll go to that East Block place, and that'll probably trigger the ending. So let's do that. And this episode will go on as long as it needs to. Ah, there's some people I wanted to see. Oh, nice to see you. It's been a long time. Jill and Hans have come to the capital as school representatives.
Neat. Hey, Jill. Estelle, Joshua. Jill? Long time no see. Heard about your adventures from Chloe. Sounds like you guys have been busy. Ruby Knight Julius, indeed.
For sure. Hey, Joshua. Hans. What brings you here? What brings me here? What brings me here? All this time, that's the first question out of your mouth? You know how lonely all my nights have been, do you? Never forget you, Joshua. I came running all this way to the capital to see you. But where's the princess outfit? Still the same as ever, I see. Damn straight. Looks like you've been through a lot. You seem as full of energy as ever, thankfully. Next time you're in Run, be sure to stop by the school, okay? Awesome.
Estelle, Joshua.
My favorite!
Oh, Chloe, there you are. Yes, I'd heard that Jill and Hans were here, so I sneaked out of the castle and came to see them.
Oh boy.
You sure do know how to act unprincessy.
That she does. I like her so much for it.
But of course. And I wanted to thank you too. You've been nothing but helpful at every turn.
Hey, Just don't forget our friendship in the future, okay?
Us? Nah, it's totally all you. We've learned a whole bunch just from being around you. You taught us all about kindness and courtesy and strength of spirit and all that other junk.
Exactly.
Not that it's actually junk. I'm so bad at this.
Exactly.
What I'm trying to say is, that's what friends do. So believe me, no thanks are necessary.
Yes, because we're friends. Having friends in high places is good. And she's my favorite. She better be back for the sequel. Sequel? That's right. I'll get to that in a little bit.
Estelle, I'm so glad to see you again.
Yay. Alright. That's just about everybody, so... let's, now we're back here. Okay, we finally made it to the rest area. You sure you don't want to look around more? Or are you finally ready to take a break? Let's look around just a bit. Because I want to save here. And now we'll do it. Alright, here we go.
Sit. Whew. Walking all over the place like that can really take it out of you.
Let's get off our feet for a minute then. For the moment, at least, Gransel seems like it's genuinely at peace.
You really think so? I'm just glad that we can leave it all up to Dad and everyone else. At least for today. Of course, I really think it should be his responsibility to begin with, since he showed up so late.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I suppose. Maybe it's just part of his nature.
Oh well, it's not like we can do anything about it. Hey, we're actually full bracers now.
Which means we're not beholden to any specific branch and can go wherever we want. That's true. Anytime a branch is short-handed and requests help, we'll just take an airliner to get there. But our newfound freedom will also mean greater responsibilities.
Sure, but I think we'll be able to handle it.
I mean, look at everything you've done. Of course you'll be able to handle it.
I mean, hey, we actually played a major part in stopping a coup.
Yeah.
And it means I'll never have to hear Dad going on about how it worries him when you're not around to keep an eye on me.
Yeah, I think his days of saying that are in an end. You really showed him what you can do. Still, I think I'd like to stay with you from now on.
Huh?
Oh, would I just get on your nerves?
No, nothing like that. But what do you mean by stay with me?
Just that we know each other so well, we could practically read each other's minds. I think we'd make a good team, and I hate to break it up.
Oh, you mean like for racer business? And here I was thinking you were going to tell me your big confession or something.
What?
Ah, nothing! Forget I said anything!
Estelle, what was that all...
Boy, it's sure hot out today, huh? And there's nothing to beat hot weather like ice cream, huh? I'll even treat, so you wait right here.
Huh. I don't think there's an ice cream stand over that way. I wonder if she... Nah, there's no way. My, but I do envy you your youth sometimes. Huh? Who's that? Oh, hey, it's Professor. Professor Alba. It's been a long time since we last met, hasn't it? So much has happened lately, but things are finally settling down again. People truly thrive the most in peaceful times. Oh, something the matter? You look a bit pale. I would have thought you'd generally be in better spirits now that you've attained full bracer status. Speaking of which, I truly must congratulate you on your success. So long as, of course, I'm not being too forward in doing so. Who are you? Ever since we first met, you always made me really uncomfortable. I'm a little more used to you now, but I still get the shakes a little bit whenever you look at me. Oh? And in all the cases we've dealt with, there have been people who just forget things. You're always there investigating, no matter where we've gone. Your timing's almost a little too good. Yeah, it is. What really clued me in was Kurt's reaction. He lost his memories too. He said he wasn't feeling so well when he was in the stands, and you were right there with him. Professor Alba? Was it you? Impressive. Even with your cognizance and recollection being puppeteered, you were still able to piece it all together. Indeed, it was I. Allow me to clear away your confusion. You're... So you finally remember me, do you? When your heart was in tatters, it was I who rebuilt it. I who restored it. It was I who poured a soul back into that empty vessel. You have the power to twist the minds and memories of men. The 7 snake apostles. The Anguis. You're one of them. Weissman the Faceless. I've not heard that name pass your lips in ages. Enforcer, Legion 13. The Black Fang, Joshua Astray. You were behind all of this, which means that Lieutenant Lawrence has to be... It is as you surmise. I was kind enough not to erase your memories of him. I'm not surprised you were able to make the connection so quickly. I'm sure he'd be pleased to know you were thinking of him. So, you're here to finish me off? No, nothing of the sort. The first phase of our plan went off without a hitch. Since I've a moment to spare, I simply thought I'd come to see you. First phase? The seal in the old ruins? The gate which blocks the path to the ring. Wrenching it open was but the first step of many. And already there exists no means of closing it again. I knew this wouldn't be the end of it. What the hell is the shining ring? What's your little society after? If you really wish to know, why don't you rejoin? I'm certain that you'd be able to return to active duty in no time. You needn't look so glum. We can get you back into fighting form. Please, spare me your withering looks. I do understand that you have a family now, whom you regard as important. You greatly admire your father, to say nothing of the girl you so adore. Even with him on our side, throwing those gifts away would be the actions of an idiot. So, I've come here to see you. I came to offer you true freedom from our association, as thanks for the integral role you so perfectly played. Which means that I must congratulate you, Joshua. You are already a free man. I am most grateful for the work that you've done over the past 5 years. Huh? What? Oh, don't be so boring. I was expecting a bit more cheer out of you at hearing such words. Perhaps there's a flaw in the design of your emotions. I've been helping you? What kind of bullshit are you expecting me to swallow? Oh, pardon me, I completely forgot to tell you. I never intended you to be an assassin, but rather a spy. What? The society abandoned you. We played on the pities of a noble-hearted man. And it worked. You were given a loving home. And while you were there, our contacts would check in on you from time to time. And you'd tell them everything. We were particularly interested in your reports on the movements of the Bracer Guild, as well as your intel on one Cassius Bright. But of course, you wouldn't remember having done such things as that. You were not yourself at the time. Cassius Bright, S-ranked Bracer. He was the foremost impediment to the success of this plan. We felt certain he would be quick to act in order to stop any coup d'etat that should occur. But through a detailed analysis of his behavioral patterns, we finally devised a plan that would lead him out of the country and out of our way. The intel you've unknowingly been feeding us has been most useful indeed. No. And so, I must thank you again. The past 5 years have been of inestimable help. No, you're lying! You have to be lying! All that time I spent with Estelle. Why are you so sad? Has your feigned ignorance not earned you a beloved family as well as a happy home? If you say nothing, they will never know. However, it's the sort of thing that might weigh heavily on a fellow. Since your fellow members of the Bright household are such good people. Perhaps a little too good for a monster such as yourself? However much you may model your behavior after a normal, decent person, you are no such thing. You must surely have noticed your ability to reason through and execute a solution to a problem, no matter the circumstances. Your physical strength and reflexes, better than an entire squadron of normal soldiers. You are my greatest creation, my human weapon. That is who and what you truly are, the Black Fang. You have no place in the lives of normal people. You'll never be happy in their presence again. You can't be. When it becomes too much for you, you are always welcome to return to the Great Master Society of Souls, back to Ouroboros. Is this my punishment? My sister, and lo, what do I do?
I don't know how to face him after all that, but I've kept him waiting for way too long. It's getting late too. I'm such an idiot. I need to learn to think before I open my mouth. I wonder if Joshua figured me out. Gotta cool down. I feel like I'm stuck in perma-blush mode.
Still, I thought I might find you around here somewhere.
Hi, Professor Alba. Fancy seeing you here.
Indeed. I was actually just speaking with Joshua. Congratulations on your promotion to full bracer status.
Thanks. Huh?
Is something wrong?
I don't know. Something just seems different about you. What's got you looking so cheerful?
Okay, you've got me. To tell the truth, I've made several major advances in my archaeological research. You might say that it's put me in a good mood.
Hey, that's awesome! Oh, sorry. Ice cream's gonna melt, so I better get going. I'll see you later.
I see. Cassius Bright's daughter. I think she's going to be quite a lot of fun.
Hey, sorry it took so long. It was super crowded in there, but I have returned with our valuable loot.
Cool, thanks. Now we can eat like kings.
Yeah. So about earlier.
Yeah, I want to apologize for that. I didn't mean to be so vague. It just wasn't an appropriate time for confessions, you know?
Oh, sure. I didn't really mind so much.
Well, when I gave it some more thought, it seemed kind of silly to try and rush things. We may be full bracers now, but that just means we have different work to focus on. We might have to really consider our future prospects.
Right. We're gonna get married. We'll have to think about raising children. Gotta stop getting so far ahead of myself.
Well, it's evening already, so why don't we eat our ice cream on the way back? Everyone's probably waiting for us.
Hey, Joshua?
What is it? Do you have something you want to discuss about the future?
No. What would give you that idea? Come on, let's get back to the castle.
What's wrong, Estelle? You've been completely on edge for a while now. Something on your mind?
Yeah. Hey, Shara. Did you think Joshua was acting weird at dinner?
Huh? If anyone was acting weird, I'd say it was you. He was as calm as he ever is.
Well, yeah, but...
Aha. I see, I get it.
Get what?
You can't keep secrets from me.
I had a feeling about it, but I was wondering if you'd ever admit it to yourself.
You're kind of falling for Joshua, aren't you?
You can tell?
It's perfectly obvious. Sorry, hun. But I'm guessing you haven't told him anything about this.
No. Joshua's always picking on me. Tell me what a dope I am. Not that I should be criticizing anyone, I guess.
You're so naive. It's a wonder how you've lasted this long. You need to learn to look a little deeper. Big Sister is ready to begin your education in love, Estelle.
I'm never asking you for advice again.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I don't mean to tease. But you guys set out just when puberty was about to hit. It's only logical that you'd start picking up on feelings for each other.
Oh, you think so? Traveling together just seems like such a petty reason for that kind of thing. I guess I gotten a little more self-aware since we started all this. This isn't like me at all!
You're the proverbial flower that refuses to blossom. Every girl feels the same way.
Shara,
I don't want to lecture you or talk about this with you when you're not ready. But if you are, then what say we have ourselves some girl talk, Would it help if I told you your fortune?
Yeah, okay. I promise I'll listen to whatever you have to say.
Okay. Alright, time for your lesson, my protege.
Oh, Estelle, Big Sister is moved to tears. On second thought, never mind.
She's teasing you, but I think she's just teasing you, Estelle. I think Shara really wants to help you on this.
But thank you. I do feel a little better. I'm gonna go see Joshua for a little bit. Oh? You're going to tell him? Not about that. There really does seem to be something weird going on with him. I want to see what that's about first.
Aww. Well, you do seem to know him better than anyone else. I'm sure that everything will turn out just fine between you two. Maybe you can even just have a nice, calm discussion with him and be open about what's on your mind.
I don't think I'm quite that ready yet. Okay, I'll see you later.
Young
love. They'll probably be fine. Huh? They're not here. Oh yeah, Dad's still in some meeting, I think. Where's Joshua? Joshua? He's out playing somewhere then.
Hey, Estelle. Nice night, isn't it?
Yeah. There's that song again. The Whereabouts of Light.
I've lost a lot. But this song and this harmonica have always been with me. Been thinking about why I play it.
Huh?
Maybe it's a habit I should quit. Think I want to tell you what I was doing before I met you.
Joshua. Okay.
This may take a while. Do you mind?
Not at all. I'll listen to whatever you have to say.
Thank you. Once upon a time, there lived a little boy, all by himself. He was the timid sort, relying on the kindness of others, without a single redeeming trait. But he had people he cared about with him, and so he was happy. But one day, something happened that broke his heart. He forgot how to speak, how to feel, even to eat. All he could do was play his harmonica. No matter how hard his caretaker tried, nothing helped his heart to mend, and he grew weaker by the day. One day, a wandering magician appeared before the boy. "I will heal the boy's heart for you," he said, "provided, of course, I am compensated." And so the boy was given over into the magician's care. As he attempted to piece the broken heart back together, the magician found that he could shape the boy's existence into anything he wished. And so the boy's new heart became that of a murderer. For 2 years, the boy killed every single day. Under cover of night, he murdered dozens of soldiers. He slit the throat of a national cabinet minister who was under heavily armed guard. Sometimes he used explosives which maimed and killed innocent bystanders. At some point, he became regarded as something more than a mere killer. He was known as the Black Fang, and the name struck fear into the hearts of men. One day, the magician gave the boy an assassination order. His target was a hero, a man who had protected his queen and nation from the threat of an invading northern country. He was a bracer who held a special rank shared only by 3 others in the entire land. But the target was too strong. He defeated the boy with all the ease of a tiger swatting at a playful cub. At that moment, some of the magician's servants showed up. Since the boy's face had been seen, he was now a loose end to be tied up. But someone came to his aid and drove the attackers away. It was, of course, the man he had come to kill. And so the boy was taken to the man's house, where he met a young girl. He lived there for 5 years, always feeling like he was lost in some wonderful dream. In the real world, he would never be allowed to have such dreams. But all dreams must end at some point. The time was drawing near when a reality could no longer be avoided. And that's the end of my story. Thank you for being patient with me and listening.
Was all that real?
Every syllable. My heart is broken. My hands will always be stained with blood. I failed in the assassination of your father. I've been betraying you for a long time. The boy can't be saved from his real purpose. His presence alone seems to bring disaster and misery. He's just tainted. But the boy set out on a journey in hopes that he may keep his misfortunes from the ones he holds dear. He will find and stop the foul magician who created the life he has led.
What?
That's the last remnant of my human heart. I won't be needing it anymore, but I want you to take it. It's hardly an adequate way to thank you for the last 5 years, but I can't think of anything better.
A bit.
What?
I said stop it! Stop talking about it like it's a dream. Make it sound like nothing that's happened was even real to you. What difference does the past make? Your heart is broken? What's that even mean?
Estelle?
Look at me! Look into my eyes! They've always seen that boy. In good times and bad. No matter how much the boy was hurting, I saw how hard he'd kept holding on. Joshua, I love you! You can't just leave me on my own. My feelings won't just go away when you do. I won't let you.
Estelle?
Huh? Huh? Joshua. What was that? It's so bitter.
It's just a fast-acting sedative. Don't worry. There are no side effects.
Why? Why did you?
My Estelle, you shine like the sun. My time with you was the happiest and the most painful I've ever known. Just as the brightest light casts the darkest shadow. If you stayed with me, you'd find out just how disgusting my true nature is. Sometimes, I think it would have been better if we'd never met.
No. But
this time is different. I'm grateful that you came to see me. I hate to have to run from a girl who's so important to me, but it's all I can do. But I want you to know that I'll always be thinking of you.
Joshua.
Thank you for everything. You had me from the first moment I met you. I've always loved you. Goodbye, Estelle. I've always loved you. The Legend of Heroes, Trails of the Sky, Finn. After saving clear data, you may load it to the title screen to begin a second playthrough with various statistics carried over. And with that brings my Let's Play of The Legend of Heroes Trails of the Sky to an end. As you see, there is a second game where Estelle is going to go try to find Joshua. I don't like this kind of ending. I'll say it up front. It's cliffhanger-ish. I hate broken hearts as somebody that's had his heart broken. Hopefully Estelle's a lot stronger than I am. I know she is. I know she's a lot stronger than I am. So stay strong, Estelle, until the second chapter. Very bittersweet. A very bittersweet ending to this game, and personally I don't like that. That's not how I like games to end. I see there's a second chapter, that's great, but I don't like that. I don't like bittersweet endings. It's not for me. Moving beyond all that, feel free to pause the video and kind of gather yourself. I don't get that luxury. But feel free to do that for yourself before I kind of go into my thoughts of the game. And I'll just briefly go over the ending, just what I said. Bittersweet, I don't like that. Poor Estelle, I really feel for her now. And I look forward to the next chapter. Whenever it comes out, because it's not out to my knowledge, whenever the second chapter comes out, I will be LPing it. We can't leave the story here, can we? No. So I'll Let's Play it. It'll, again, be blind just like this one. Whenever it comes out on Steam. I don't know what else this game comes out on, but if it comes out on Steam, then I'll grab it and play it for sure. So again, that bittersweet just hits me. It's very heart-wrenching for me to have her heart, you know, hit like that. Just, you know, be told, I always loved you, and then him just leave. Like I said, Estelle's a very strong person. She'll bounce back, and she'll go find him. She'll go find Joshua. I wasn't as strong. So again, that hits me really hard, bittersweet like that. So, there we go. But I really hope you enjoyed this Let's Play of Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. It was very up and down for me. There were some great moments. There were some just, you know, moments that made me really angry. There were some moments that I didn't even know if I wanted to continue playing this game. And there were moments like right now, it's so bittersweet, and it just really crushes my heart, and I don't like that. So, because this LP was so long, there's so many other things I want to do. But I already have planned out what the next LP is. And this episode will come out way after I've already started the next LP. But if you're seeing this, then you already know what the next LP is. And I hope you'll check it out too. It has a much different feel than Trails of the Sky, what I'm going to be doing with it. But please check out my other projects if you've enjoyed this. It really helps me out as a Let's Player and a person that's really trying to get his channel to grow. Every view is important. Every subscribe is important. Please take the time to do that. I would really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this game, then I have a whole bunch of other RPGs that you can check out. A whole bunch of other projects. And if you want something different, I have a few different things too, like some shooters such as Dead Space or Resident Evil 6 that I played with, that I co-opted with one of my friends. It's a lot of fun. Check those out, and I think you'll have a lot of fun. Again, this LP was really long, so I kind of want to give a brief review of my thoughts of the game real fast. But please stick with me. You know, you've gone through all of this now. Stick with me till the very end. I'd give the game like a 7.5. It's very good. I recommend it. Play it through yourself. Try out different character setups, different orbments. There are plenty of secrets that I missed that maybe you can find. But the ending's too slow. And again, I'm very emotional right now. And I think it's one of the best and worst times to give a review, when you're very emotional. I'm trying to be as clear-headed as I can, so please bear with me. The beginning's too slow, and you can tell me it's for character development, but there wasn't all that much character development. You could have established the characters and still made the beginning more interesting. So please don't throw that excuse at me. That's one of its biggest faults. The combat is solid but not great. There are some options I would have liked in combat, such as a guard command. I would have liked a move and attack command. The fact that you can't move and attack. For a game where you can set areas of attack, and you have a time bar, it really, I don't know, it felt like sometimes you were very constrained in combat. Toward the late part of the game, the same strategy sufficed for almost every fight. I would just have to tinker it up a little bit. So that was kind of disappointing. And I'm doing all the negative stuff right now first, so please hold your hate comments. Because I'd love to end my LPs on a high note. So please keep the hate comments for a little bit. I'll get to the good stuff here in a bit. The combat, like I said, it's not bad. It's not bad combat. It's solid. I really hope there's a lot of improvements in the second chapter. I'm now really looking forward to the second chapter. I have to help Estelle find Joshua. That's going to happen. I've got to help her out, because now I truly feel for her. I really do. Now I have this kinship with Estelle for that, because I know. Poor Estelle. My heart always goes out to people when something like that happens, so I feel really bad for Estelle. The combat is, like I said, solid, not great. The story, it takes way too long to get going. Again, you can say it's character development. It's not character development. They drug it out way too long just to get more game. Like, I truly believe that. It took too long to get the player invested. Like, 20 episodes of this LP, I was bored out of my mind. Around there. Yeah, it was, for like the first third to a half of the LP, I was pretty bored. And at one point, I got bored out of my mind and didn't even know if people were interested and if people wanted to continue to watch the LP. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't, and then you're not hearing this. But if you did, kudos. What are some other... They needed to let you play as Cassius for a little bit. That way you could get a taste of what he can really do. I'm very disappointed in that. I don't like when games pull out a character that's really awesome and you don't get a chance to fight them or a chance to really see them in action. They built the hype train for Cassius so much, and then to not get a chance to really play as him or see... The little ending bit was kind of cool, but it's just like, oh, now I'm here. I didn't like that. I think games do that too often. They show you this awesome character and then don't let you play as him or see him in combat or anything. I don't like that. You built the hype train for Cassius so much, let me see it. And again, some of this, it could happen in the second chapter, but then I have a gripe about that. I don't like sequels like that for games where, oh, we'll save everything for the second game, because now I have to get the second game. I don't know, that just rubs me the wrong way. Now there's so many so many questions I have. It's like, yeah, we'll just save it for the sequel. I don't know. I don't mind sequels. I mind how you usually get to sequels. And I hope that makes sense. It's really late here. Again, it's really late here, and I'm really emotional. Here we go. Two things that are just really draining me. Let me get to the good stuff, because that's how I want to end this LP. Let's get to the good stuff. The characters are phenomenal. The game's writing, not story-wise, until closer to the end. The character writing was phenomenal. Every character had had their own personality, their own. Even the NPCs, they had their own. Some of the major NPCs, which usually NPCs are just throwaways. This game by Falcom did, as you can see right here, Neon Falcom Corporation, did a fantastic job with the characters. I've started to feel like I really knew these people, like I could really, know them a little bit, and that's impressive to do. It's hard to do for characters in the party, much less an NPC. And they did a phenomenal job. The characters are easily the strongest point of this game. Is the characters, the character interaction, how characters evolve, how they change, and how they grow up throughout the story. Moods change. They all grow up from this. Every character grows up a little bit grows up at least a little bit from this journey, and that is evident to see. It's so well done. This game could write a textbook on how you build characters into a world. The world building of this game, it's not as superb as the characters, but it is fantastically done in and of itself. All the additional information you can get about the world in this game is phenomenal. It is something serious. Like, between the orbital computer, the magazines you can read, the liberal news issues you can read, the NPCs you can talk to, you get a real sense of the world. And that is also very impressive. It's very hard to write, to make the world matter, to like get a feeling of the world, and that adds so much to the game. I'm at the time of this recording, I'm currently playing through Valkyria Chronicles 1. It does a great job of that too, because you have the all the additional information you can read, and this game does the same thing. It has a whole bunch of additional information you can get about characters in the world, and it really submerges you into the environment, which is key for an RPG to do, because that really helps you hold your interest. And this game does it in spades, so kudos to them. The characters in the world are fantastic. When the story finally started to get rolling, it really did blow my socks off. Yeah, it started, and a few people in the comments told me this. It started with the play. You know, that whole scene there at the academy, the Genus Roll Academy, that whole thing. When that started, it really did pick up. It picked up extremely well, and I was happy for that. Because after that, it really was a roller coaster, and the story started to make a little more sense, and things really got put together. Again, I didn't like the ending at all, the whole Joshua thing, and then with Wiseman, I understand that's to set up background for the next game, and set plot for the next game, but it just feels so forced, I guess. It's like, oh, here's the plot for the next game, now you know it, get the next game. I don't know, it just didn't feel right to me, but again, I don't like bittersweet stuff like that, so biased, but hey, it's my review. It's my review and my Let's Play. I can say what I want to. The game just overall was a very good game, and it's worth playing. Pick it up and play it yourself if you haven't. It's extremely worth playing. The positives vastly outweigh the negatives. Again, the characters and world building is aces. You know, it's fantastic. I just wish the story would have picked up sooner, because I think there's a lot of people that are going to start playing this game, and you're going to get bored with it. I'm telling you, you just have to stick it out until you get to that, until you get to the Genus Roll Academy part. Because after that, then it really starts to pick up, and it's awesome. The final chapter was amazing. Just, that was what I wanted since the prologue. I understand the prologue's going to be a little slow, that's any game, but even chapter 1 and halfway through chapter 2 was way too slow. Chapter 4, you really felt like stuff was going on. You had the martial arts tournament. You could have done more with the first half of the game. You can still do character development and all that. That's not a problem. But it felt really dragged on. it just didn't flow very well. It really didn't. Then once the game picks up, kind of picks up the pace and starts to get the ball rolling, then it's really good. That's about it. That's kind of what I wanted to say about the game. I wanted to give it the props where it was due, because the things it does well, it does fantastically well. Hopefully the second chapter is even better. They learn from what I deem, I guess the only way I could put it is from their mistakes, what I see as flaws, and hopefully they get better. And I look forward to chapter 2, to the second chapter, whenever it comes out. Again, check out some of my other Let's Plays. It'll be a lot of fun. This is a super long episode, but like I said, this is the finale, so why not end out with a bang? Well, end out with the long episode anyway. Not really with a bang, but with a long episode. One last thing. I really want to thank everybody that stuck with me through this LP. Because I know it hasn't been the easiest thing to watch. Trust me, I can recognize that as the Let's Player. But like I said, when it's been good, this game has been really good. So I want to give a special thanks to Stein, who, if you look in comments, is always commenting. Thank you very much for pointing things out. He knows the game extremely well. I would dare say he's a master of the game, from what I can gather. He's been nice enough to put links to some pictures. They kind of look like the pictures you saw at the ending movie that Estelle was looking through, but he got a picture book that has a whole bunch of pictures that show off scenes in the game, and he's been posting them as comments to videos where they're appropriate. Check those out, they're awesome. And I just want to thank him for putting up with my terrible game playing. No, for sticking around and being supportive. So thank you, and I hope you check out some of my other LPs as well, and that you enjoy them. Maybe I could be the one to teach you a few things. So for all the Trails of the fans, Trails in the Sky fans out there that checked out this LP, thank you. I've said my piece about the game. That's just my opinion. I know at points I've been very negative about the game, but I'm truthful. Whatever I feel, I don't when it comes to reviewing or giving game opinions like that, I don't sugarcoat things. I say what I say, and I think it's important to be honest when it comes to things like that. And so, one last time, I'll be honest, this game was really good. And overall, I enjoyed playing it. But it's time to bring this to a close. One last time, thank you all very much for watching. I'm dead tired and going to go get some sleep. And calm down emotionally from the ending and from poor Estelle. So, until the second chapter, or until the next LP that you watch of mine. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a ton of fun with the Let's Play. Please like the video, subscribe. I don't say it at the end of every video, but I say it at the end of the LP, because please, it helps me out. And if you enjoyed it, that's one of the few things I ask. Till the next LP that you decide to check out, I'm Ep.89. Remember to shoot for the stars, and take care, everyone.